So usually when we shoot route maps, it's raining. For a change, it's a bright and sunny day, even though we are still in like
Yeah.
peak monsoon. But this time I'm coming to you with a question that's been lingering in my heart for 2 years now. One of my initial meetings, we weren't talking to each other, you were talking to someone, and I was keenly listening. And you introduced Akshayakalpa as a soil management company, which was a little new for me. I mean, I thought that's not the company that I joined. So, can you explain what do you mean by a soil management company, and what is the importance of managing soil in the larger farming ecosystem?
See, first, no, before, well, yeah, we can discuss on that. First, we need to really understand what is soil. Okay. A lot of people don't understand soil. Okay. It is true for scientists, it is true for common man, it is true for a farmer, it is anybody, okay, understanding of the soil is okay lacking. So if you want to technically define a soil, technically, so soil is composition of minerals, okay, and composition of lot of okay organic matter, okay, lot of okay living things, okay, like fungi, algae networks, and of course air, of course water, and that's how soil is. Okay, these fundamental compositions. That's how soil looks like. Okay, we just okay excavate that and throw it, and we allow soil to degrade. We allow soil to undergo all kind of okay nonsenses. But that fundamental definition, it is composed of minerals, and it is composed of organic matter, and there are okay life forms in soil, okay, and of course air and water. That's it. There's nothing else in soil, okay. But the soils now, they are formed over centuries and millennia. You, when earth was formed, there is no soil here, okay, and due to climate action or through formation of water systems, mineral accumulation, there are a lot of geological okay activities, and it so became that we created a medium where life forms can thrive. One of the first medium where life forms was thrived was water. Okay, then they become okay came on the soil. Okay, on the soil we started growing trees. Okay, we saw the forests, we saw the life forms evolve. We evolved on soils, we didn't evolve on water. Okay, so therefore soil started supporting these life forms. So the fundamental for these life forms okay was access to fat and protein. Simple. Okay, for us, for any tiger or any okay any omnivore or a carnivore or whatever it thinks, what they need okay or what we need is fat and protein. So the question is where it comes from.
Correct.
Okay, of course some of it comes from the sea, fish, etc. Okay, majority of it for us life forms okay are also thriving on the soil, okay, on the land mass, what we call as a land. So the question is where the life exists, that is soil. So the question is, to your question, how do we manage it? Why we should manage it? The soil existed, okay, let it go, no?
Yeah.
Why we manage it? So the fundamental problem is over a period of time, lack of our understanding of soils. And by the way, 70% of this entire earth is water,
Yeah.
30% is soil. Okay, maybe out of that 30%, probably okay 25 to 40% is arable, that is cultivatable. Okay, of course. Now what is happening is over the last 50 to 100 years, we have actually killed almost 50% of arable lands. So that is where the soil management comes. Arable land is land where we can cultivate and grow food. Okay, that we have killed it. So the soil management comes from that aspect. See, as you must know, there is hardly any impact we can create on creating a soil.
Correct.
What we need to do is how to manage a soil. It exists. You need to learn to manage. So that lack of management has okay made most of the soils okay what you call non-croppable.
Got
We
it.
can't grow crops. for various reasons. They are becoming deserts. And I mentioned second part of is organic matter in soil. Soil is composition of minerals and organic matter and microbes, air and water. So the second part, organic matter, we forgot. And recently, Government of India around 8 months back released a report. In cultivatable lands in India, soil organic carbon is 0.4%. So what science says is with the deserts have a soil organic carbon less than 0.5%. What government is saying is all your lands are technically deserts. They can't exist on their own, arable lands, that's what I mean. So a lot of external inputs are required. This is where the management aspect of the soil comes in. There are a lot of elements in managing the soil. One of the very important aspect is how do you manage a soil by growing cover crops?
Got it.
What cover crop does is enables you to sustain the microorganisms in soil, enables you to put the soil organic carbon back into the soil. There is a second element of a soil.
Correct.
Soil organic matter. And microbes, they are integral part of the soil. And it enables it to sustain by blocking from effects of sunlight. So start from there. So how do you make sure in a lands where we are growing crops, we grow cover crops before crop is grown. That is one fundamental step in managing a soil.
Got it. So
Second part on the management side, there are a lot of elements, and lot of rain comes on the soil. Topsoil, which is the most fertile part of it, it is taken away. How do you not allow the topsoil to erode it? So therefore you need to shape the soil where you are farming so that the soil remains intact.
Got it.
There. Third part of soil, what I discussed was water. Soil is composed of water. A lot of groundwater gets lifted, and there is a moisture in soil when you dig all of it. We need to increase the retention capacity of a soil.
Got it.
How do you increase the retention capacity of a soil? And these are the fundamental things involved in soil management. But how do we do it on the ground level is all about how do we engineer farming. How do we in the middle of that engineering, how do you grow crops? That's how it is, Nevin.
Sir, just going back to the basics, because like I think soil management is at this point a little too high funda. Just going back, you said 0.5 or lesser soil organic carbon is considered desert. So what is a soil organic carbon in a forest maybe? How do you, what is the, like, can you give us a comparative scale?
Yeah, if you take Amazon rainforest, maybe the best possible soil organic carbon is found there. It is around 6.5 to 7%. Is the soil organic carbon, you can say platinum standard. And most of the forests in let me say tropical, subtropical climates like India, other than the Nitya Haridvarna, means evergreen forest if you leave out, which is on the coastal belt, which you deciduous forests which are on the plains, if you can so there the soil organic carbon is around 3 to 4%. So between 3 to 4% to around 6 to 7% is the platinum standard for any land with good soil organic carbon.
Got it. And just going back to the most fundamental question. So as somebody who's now been little curious about farming, hopefully still thinking that maybe one day can start, become a farmer fully fledged. The fundamental question is, what is a good soil, right? I keep hearing, it's like those cooking videos where we watch like very extensive cooking videos, but the chef always says add the right amount of salt. Nobody really specifies what that amount of salt is.
Understood.
So in terms of soil also, there seems to be like this, multiple takes. There should be like soil organic carbon, there should be this water. Is there any right soil? Because it all came from weathering and millions of years of activities, right? So what is a right soil?
So you need to grow we need to grow by crop if you want to understand soils better. Crop integration or a crop, okay, for example, okay, if you really look at Amazon rainforest, though soil organic carbon is very high, still you can see
Massive
huge
trade,
forests
yeah.
growing, okay. And if you can come to a little bit on the other side, okay, where the forests like deciduous forests, okay, deciduous forests are forests in the plain, okay, and in a spring or a rainy season they all will be greener. In the winter or a
Autumn,
winter
different.
or a summer, they all shed leaves and you see very barren piece of land. So there the pH varies anywhere between 4.5% to okay 7%. Okay, it can vary. Okay, depending upon, and also soil also can vary by geography. Okay, how the soil was formed, I mentioned, no?
Yeah.
What is the soil? Okay, it's a composition of minerals, okay, a composition of biomass, okay, or dead animals, etc., various compositions, air, water, and microbes.
Got it.
Okay, and it can vary by area. For example, in certain areas you see a black cotton soil, certain area you go and see red sandy loamy soil, okay, then you can see a sandy soil, okay, and there are various types of soils like this, okay. So depends, okay, what is a good soil for which crop. Okay, for example, if you want to grow vegetables, okay, if you can have a soil, okay, which is a red sandy loamy and it has a pH of 6.5, all the 16 micronutrients balanced, that is an amazing soil for growing vegetables. So the question here is, that's the reason I am saying, okay, there are a lot of discussions on monoculture. This is the problem of monoculture, where you are trying to grow a crop not suitable that for that land. So acres to acres to acres to acres together, okay, and without understanding the soil structure, soil bearing capacity, then the problem starts. That's the reason understanding of the soils is critical. Monoculture is always not good.
Got it.
Okay, for example, you saw these 75 acres of land,
Yeah.
which was barren, okay, extensive use of chemicals over a period of last 50 years, and it became unproductive. They deserted the land. Owners, of course, they have a big bungalow, etc. We leased it, okay, and last 2 years we are trying to reconstruct the soil. Is it possible to reconstruct the soil? To your question, okay, what is a good soil? Yes. So this is a red sandy loamy soil, okay, and it has gone bad. Now we are trying to, okay, put lot of soil organic carbon back by growing cover crops, and we are trying to make our own manure and put the manure back.
Got it.
And construct the top layer of soil, okay, for probably 6.5% pH, and with of course balanced micronutrients. So that's exactly how the soil to be understood in terms of its entirety. But from a crop growing point of view, the person who grows crops, okay, generally doesn't understand these aspects. That's the reason a lot of importance given on soil testing.
Got it.
A lot of people don't understand. Government has come up with saying a soil health card. What is a soil health card? It's a good initiative where I'll tell you the health of the soil. I will tell you what is the soil organic carbon. I will tell you the pH. I will tell you the conductivity. I will tell you the minerals. I will tell you the NPK. I will tell you everything which is there, okay, in the soil, okay. And based on that one, if you create a soil health card and take it to extension officer, government extension officer, you should be able to tell this is a crop to grow,
Okay.
given these conditions. If you want to grow other crops, okay, this is the trade-off you have. Then you have to substitute something else coming from outside. He will suggest you. So that is how that's what the importance of the soil health card. So to your question, okay, very long answer to simple question, what is a good soil? It depends, okay, where you are, which geography you are. So Tiptoe geography, for example, where we work is red sandy loamy soil. If you go to Puriambakam village, okay, Maduranthakam block, it's a clay soil, okay, and paddy has been grown from ages there, lot of rain. Here there is no paddy, okay, it's mostly rain fed, and crops by ecosystem everything is evolved like that. Soils have adjusted to that. As I told, as humans we can't create soil. We need to, it is created from centuries and millennia. Okay, soil existed before the humans arrived, okay, or humans got formed on the on this earth.
Correct.
So that's how the soil needs to be understood.
So is it fair for me to say that a good farmer identifies the soil and then works with it,
Yeah.
rather than look at market demands. Suddenly, there's a demand for a vegetable. Let me just grow that.
That's the problem. That's what I think a lot of people misunderstand that statement. So every soil cannot support every crop. So you want to get that one done, then you will get a lot of external inputs. You create a lot of risk to the farmer. That's the reason, for example, these soils, okay, very good soils for growing vegetables and greens, okay, might not be very good soils for growing paddy, okay, because climate doesn't support, there's no water. You can ask, can't I grow paddy? Of course you can grow paddy. Nobody is stopping you, okay, but at what cost? So great example, what I keep saying now is Telangana is a great example. 16, 17 years back when Telangana state was formed, carved out of Andhra Pradesh, and government took an amazing initiative of giving water to a lot of districts. It's a Krishna Upper Valley project, a lot of canal irrigation were given. Telangana at that point of time, one of the most driest states in the country, okay, and the entire land was adapted to rain-fed irrigation, crops which are rain-fed.
Got it.
Okay, you grow ragi, you grow little bit of millets, okay, based on whatever rice is there, the rain is there, and what you would do is, then in between you integrate other crops, okay, to adjust to your lifestyle, your market demand or whatever. But right now, after that water came, entire Telangana, do you know, is the biggest paddy belt in the country today. A drier state, now it has become the biggest paddy belt. What we have done is a millions of years a soil structure which was formed from a rain-fed irrigation system, rain, okay. Now we converted to flooded irrigation. What it has done is entire salts, they have come up. And now the water percolation has stopped in those soils. And other than paddy, without using heavy machinery, using external inputs, you can't grow any other crop. So this is a great example how farmer needs to understand
Soil.
soil, and the policymakers needs to understand soil. It's very, very important.
Sir, what was the, why did the farmers jump to paddy? Was it lucrative in terms of a market demand?
So it is not. Paddy is one of the most disaster crops, but very easy crop. Okay, and you can grow if you have got a irrigation system, sometimes 2 crops, 3 crops a year. Okay, so per acre probably you'll get around 15 to 20,000 rupees an acre, 3 months.
Got it.
Okay, and net profit I am talking, if you properly do it, maybe sometimes 5 to 10,000. And if you get a 3 crops, okay, you get probably anywhere between 30,000 to 90,000 rupees if you are lucky. So but easy crop, okay, and so that's where the paddy percolation started, and the MSP systems created the market. And rather than allowing farmer to sell at a premium, MSP I believe curtailed the prices at a low level. So therefore what happened was that MSP started balancing what is the market pricing should be, and farmers continue to grow. MSP became a balancing. Okay, do you know how the MSP works? For example, if the prices fall too much, in the market, MSP systems and comes and supports that, and buys it. After buying, what they do? They have to get back to the market.
Yeah.
So they go to the market and sell at a lower price. So therefore, it's a vicious loop. It's a vicious loop that never come out of. I think government tried some policies to fix this issue. I think our understanding of those problems is very, very less. So there are challenges.
So going back to the soil, at least the way I understand it, and I am sure I don't understand it completely. One thing that you constantly hear is NPK. You keep hearing these three, and my own little research. I mean, I keep hearing about soil organic carbon, how we bring back carbon, nitrogen fixation. What about the P and the Ks? And do we need to think that way as farmers, or is there plenty available that something like a potassium is not something that we should be overly concerned about?
See, it needs to be a balance. See, if you have a right soil organic carbon, in the soil, and you have got a right microbial mixture, okay, and you choose a right crop, it can regenerate. That's what is called, forests are regenerative.
Got it.
They grow on their own, they multiply on their own, and they come up on their own. Nobody grows forests. Okay, so that's in our mind. So soil to regenerate a crop, the NPK needs to be understood very differently.
Okay.
Where is nitrogen? It's in the air.
Yeah.
So how it goes to soil? Plants enables it. The P and K, okay, microbes make it happen. So it needs to be really understood in that sense. Therefore, soil organic carbon putting back to soil is a critical step. Allowing microbes to thrive is a critical step. In the absence of that, you need to buy NPK from outside, your 17, 17, 17 from outside. Okay, and
where is that coming from?
so this coming from chemical factories. Of course, you extract all your oils resource, and from oil resource, you are making your NPK and dumping on the soil.
So that is a perishable entity. It's not a never-ending.
No, you have to put it again and again. It's not truly regenerative.
Correct.
Truly regenerative is build a organic carbon, allow the plants to thrive, so that whatever is there in the air can be fixed back to the soil, and crops can grow in the help of microbes like algae. So fungi networks, there are huge fungal networks between roots and soil. There's a huge let me say coexistence happens. They actually fix it.
Yeah. So, sir, just going back again, it might sound silly, but I'm anyway going to ask you: is there any point where organic matter is too much for a plant? Like it cannot grow because we have put too much organic matter, or does the microbes act so fast that it will definitely get decomposed?
There's no point. There's no way organic matter can be too much. So wherever there's organic matter, the microbes thrive, the fungi thrives,
Okay.
the algae thrives, and viruses thrive. That's there in the soil. So there cannot be too much of an organic matter.
So essentially, you're saying that more the better, is it? The more the organic matter that we put back into the soil, it's better.
Yes. Organic matter has to go up in the soil. It is perishable. It is a perishable resource. Once you increase the soil organic carbon to 1%, it doesn't stay at 1% because microbes are acting on it.
Got it.
You have to replenish again. You have to replenish again. That is regeneration. Forests regenerate. Crops are not regenerative. That's the reason we need to manage the crops. We need to manage the soil to be regenerative.
So then what is regenerative agriculture? We keep hearing about it a lot these days.
Yes.
So is agriculture regenerative? Is that an actual reality?
Agriculture is technically not regenerative, but we can manage and move towards regeneration. That is a crop management. There is a crop management science. That is a soil management science. The question here is how to make it regenerative. So fundamental steps. So simple things now in a regenerative system is trenching. You can see here a trench here. You can see here it is a septa. Every 10 feet there is a hedge. And you put it in this plot.
Got it.
So in this plot, any rain water it is falling, it actually holds that water. So that is very, very important. You understand these aspects. While now we can see on the trellis we are trying to grow our gourds. This is one step in regeneration. Second step of regeneration is what are you doing with all the mulch you are generating here? It has to stay put here. Then it can be put back. That becomes part of soil organic carbon.
So it's composting here.
Composting here, and also you can put that one back. Again, that is the second step in regeneration. Third is the crops which we are growing, where the manure is coming from. So you need to learn to make amazing manures. So that's the reason animal integration becomes key. In regenerative farming. Either a sheep or a goat or a cow. What they do is, some of these cellulose is all grasses. What you see here, they eat. In the process, they produce fat and protein for us, and also they give something beautiful, which is dung. Using that one, you can create an amazing manure using this either cover crop or a mulch, okay, put together you can create. So fundamental of regenerative farming is that how do you manage the soil health?
Got it.
So once you solve that, you can grow any crop. Technically, you can grow any crop.
It's a loop.
It's a loop. It's a closed loop. But you should learn to create the closed loop. Definition of, as I mentioned, definition is regenerative grows on its own. It is possible. Okay, the seeds on its own, it is possible.
Got it.
But you need to reach that level. Probably we need to reach maybe 10, 20, 30 years of understanding that soil, go a little bit deeper, spend time in the soil, okay, talk to the people who are working with the soil, understand what are the challenges, but think in a small incremental steps, and we will learn what is the regenerative farming.
So just going back to trenches, is there a specific standard for it? Like it should be this deep, there should be soil beside it. Ideally, we should put some trees next to it. Is there a way to go about it?
There are a lot of thumb rules. Okay, see, let me say, from there to here, probably it is 100 meters. Okay, 100 meters. If you make one big trench, the entire water is going to come this side, and okay, gain that power when the rain comes and takes away the topsoil.
Correct.
Even trench making is useless. You need to make septas every 10 feet. You need to give a break, hold that water back, make it seep, so that entire, okay, this doesn't go out of the, okay, farm. Okay, that is one fundamental principle. Next to the trench, amazing, you can see amazing biomass what we are trying to integrate. There are trees, okay, there are, okay, glycidia, there is, okay, simetangadi, all of it is integrated. For example, this species is, okay, glycidia. You see here, next 2 to 3 years when you come here, next 2 to 3 years when you come here,
it would have grown.
Oh, it would have grown. Okay, we are trying to regenerate this soil. Okay, so you can see this is a glycidia. Okay, so this is little bit of a hedge looser. You can see there hedge looser. Okay, that's how you need to start integrating. So you can see the lot of species of this we have integrated. In next 2 years when you come now, you will create amazing amount of biomass on this bund. So what is happening? What they are doing? They are actually sequestering carbon, carbon dioxide which is there in the air, putting back to the soil, helping me to generate that mulch to make the soil richer and richer, richer and richer. So that's how, okay.
I also saw moringa.
Yes.
Neem is.
Yes.
So is that all part of it?
It's all part of it. Moringa you can integrate. It becomes edible. Both leaves and pods and flower is edible. And also it becomes an amazing mulch if you want to, amazing feed and fodder to the animals. There's a lot of use of moringa.
Got it. So now, just going back to the soil question, is there any simple test that we can do? Forget the, test that we qualify, get the qualified experts for it, that we can do to really tell the soil is good, or is it just practice? Then we grow things, and over time we know for sure that.
See, simple test, if you don't want to go to any lab or don't want to do any experiment, simple test is to try to grow the crop there. Okay, and you would know red sandy loamy soil you can grow any crop. For example, you're trying to grow gourds. Okay, so how good they are coming in, that's the indication of good soil. Okay, you saw the potatoes there. So potatoes are not come up very well, okay, in the research station. Okay, and there's early blight and late blight, both the blight attacks are there.
Okay.
Means I associate blight attacks to soil issues.
Okay.
So therefore, if soil is good, blight attack should not come. Yes, blight attack will come. Okay, soil should withstand. So those are the tests you should see. Okay, you can see some of the bananas we have grown, they have come very well. And you saw the fodder plots there. You can see the fodder plots there.
Okay.
They have come out amazingly well. Means those areas soil is responding very well. So that is a very simple test of knowing how the soil is doing. Otherwise, there are a lot of simple tests. Okay, you can easily test the pH of a soil with a simple litmus paper. You can test, and you can test soil organic carbon of a soil. Take a little bit of a soil, okay, and dilute in a water and see how much soil organic carbon is floating. So on the top layer, that clearly indicates soil organic carbon. Okay, there are simple tests at a home level, at a farm level can do, but there are fairly equipped labs are there. Okay, if you give a soil test for today and tomorrow they can return, like soil health card, that's the whole purpose of soil health card. Easily, freely we can create that one for farmers.
So just to know about the process. Now you've identified there's a blight problem for the potatoes. What is your first instinct that no, potato is not right crop here, or is it that the soil is not right here? What is the
Two parts is, okay, is the potato a right crop here? Okay. Yes, in this area it's a right crop. Okay, little bit of a red sandy loamy soil, very good area for potato. Okay, and no doubt about it. And rain supports it. So very good. Immediate reaction now is, okay, now we know the agronomy for potato is good. Then immediate reaction is soil.
okay?
So blight, it comes, you can't stop it. Okay, but why it is there is understanding. I think, in my opinion, it's a soil problem. If the soil is good enough, and it should allow the crop to thrive. So forest is good enough, it is allowing forest to grow.
Correct.
Soil, it's all growing on soil, it's not on something else. So forest should have gone, no, if the soil is not good. So that's
Correct.
exactly how you need to understand.
And then, but we will need multiple trials to get there, right?
Yes.
Sir? But like,
There's no doubt about it. Okay, we need to do multiple trials, but farmers need not go through.
Yeah.
Very good extension services are there,
okay,
so they can help you. They can help you. Our Krishi Vignana Kendras, Krishi Samparka Kendras, they were supposed to create that extension system where farmers can go and seek their help. Of
but
course,
won't it go back to the same? Okay, use a chemical, use a
that's what has happened. That's what has happened. That's the reason what I'm doing. We need to reimagine extension services in terms of understanding of, okay, that, and do our farmers understand, or is there any challenge in understanding of the farmers? Is it an understanding of the extension worker? Is it an understanding issue at a market level? There are a host of issues it needs to be explored.
Got it. Sir, you were talking about the blight issue. So would it be possible to
Yeah.
actually show me what it is,
Yes.
so that even eventually we can also identify?
Yes. So
Yeah.
I'll show you. I'll take you to the potato trials which we are doing. The trials what we are doing is a low GI potato.
Okay.
Seeds we got it from a company called SV Agri. Okay, based out of Pune. Okay, and they have been doing a lot of work. Okay, on this. Okay, I'll show you where the blight attack starts. You can see here. This is a potato. Potato crop has not come well because of soil issues.
Okay.
You can see this is blight. You can see the blight attack. Okay, it has gone down. So you can see the leaves. These are all blight attacks. Okay, and
How do you know it's a blight attack and not something else? Or
so
is
it's known. It's known system. Okay, saying that these are all blight attacks. Okay, you can see the leaves going like this. Okay, these are all issues. See here.
the decoloration?
Yeah, so you can see here. Yeah, this is how it is. So you can see here there are blight attacks, and more prominent blight attacks also I can show. Okay, where I can show. Yeah, here. Yeah, so here this plant is a good indication of onset of blight. So you can see this crop, this plant is is going to get an onset of blight. You can see the leaves have become discolored, leaves are dying. So photosynthesis stops.
Yeah.
When the photosynthesis stops, the formation of tuber stops.
Correct.
The formation of tuber stops. Okay, the entire crop fails. So that's how it is. So not a very good crop. Okay, in this soil, and it's a pure soil issue.
So have you already thought of how to tackle this, sir?
Yes, we are trying to really see what was our basal application. Really look at what manure did we apply. Okay, and we are trying to think through. So we are trialing this before we take it to farmers.
Got it. So I've got a small understanding of soil. I think it's one of those never-ending lessons, I assume, as a farmer. But I think, practically speaking, the idea is to understand what soil we are growing things on, grow, keep learning, and then obviously there are things that will definitely work better, like adding organic matter back, adding animal manure. These things will definitely help your soil. Are there any practical takeaways that you have for even small, say, a balcony farmer in a city like Bangalore? how do they go about in choosing the right soil, or is that such a big thing? Like, can we just work with the soil that we get and this, regenerate in spaces like a terrace?
Yeah, spaces like terrace is a tricky question.
Hmm.
So generally what I suggest anybody who is doing that farm is get a little bit of a farmyard manure, okay, from a farmer, and get little bit of a red sandy loamy soil. Mix that one in a proportion, then it creates a very good medium
Okay.
where the crops can be grown. And also where you can grow your manure is, okay, your kitchen waste, okay. It's a very good medium. Actually, it's good enough. We'll have 10 square feet, 20 square feet, 30 square feet area in our balconies, okay. And we can use our kitchen waste, maybe 2 to 3 kgs, okay, or 4 kgs a week. We generate kitchen waste, okay, and that can get into a little bit manuring system. In situ we can make,
Yeah.
and get a medium to make it manure, okay. Little bit of a coir pith, okay, and little bit of a microbes will do the job for you, and that becomes an input to the medium,
Plant.
okay, soil medium which you created, red sandy loamy soil and little bit of a farmyard manure. That's what is, okay, required to start growing a little bit of a chilies, okay, little bit of a coriander, little bit of a methi, little bit of a, okay, palak, and of course, okay, if you are, I've seen a lot of people crazy enough to grow bananas, okay, on the terraces. So absolutely, a lot of people have done amazing work on
And
terrace gardening.
does concepts like crop rotation and things work for these
Yes,
spaces?
yes, yes, very much. For example, you need to really see if you are growing a methi on the bed, let me say 2 feet by 2 feet bed you create, okay, on a terrace. If you grow methi and continue to grow methi continuously, the methi won't come well. So you need to start learning to rotate, okay, and start giving external inputs are required. That's the reason you make manure. And let me say if you harvest in 2 feet by 2 feet, let me say you harvest, okay, 2 kgs of methi, okay, and what you should do is substitute that one thumb rule, 2 kgs of manure, okay, you are done, okay, using your, okay, kitchen waste that actually regenerates it. Give some space or you grow a crop, okay, in the place of methi I would probably go and, okay, grow, okay, a little bit of a chilies there. Chilies rooting is very different from the methi rooting, okay. So maybe put 1 or 2 chili plants, okay, allow that to 6 months to 8 months, they will give you chilies, or if you manage them better, perennial they can give chilies. There are varieties. So think like that, okay, and very very small interventions so that your understanding of the crop and the soil and how to coexist with it increases.
I think the larger takeaway and something that we often forget is that soil is not something that you just readily get right. It's taken way before humans.
Millions of years it has taken to create soil.
And I think it's very important to respect.
Yes.
Um, and so I think as a conclusion, maybe what changes have you seen over these years? Have you been able to bring back soil organic carbon, more microbes? What has been your own personal milestones, takeaways from?
So what has happened in Akshayakalpa is last 15 years. It has taken 15 years, okay, it's not a small amount of time. At an average, the farms where we are managing around 7,500 acres of land we manage, working with farmers, the soil organic carbon has gone to 2.44%. Okay, that's the best possible soil organic carbon anywhere in the world in arable lands. Similarly, this experiment what we are running, it's a Devarakadu. Devarakadu in Kannada is God's forest, God's, okay, belonging forest which belongs to God, okay, Devarakadu. Here it was a deserted barren land, excessive usage of chemicals over 50 years. This land had got destroyed. Now this is a second year of experiment. So when we took over this land, soil organic carbon was 0.2%.
My God.
Okay, now we have slowly brought it down to around 0.5%. That is that slow. Okay, still you see the crops are failing. You can see potato has failed. Probably the gourds are coming out quite well there. Okay, so little bit of a lady finger out there. Okay, it is coming out well. So some crops are responding, some are not. Photo crops are responding amazingly well. So we are also learning. So that's what my learning is last 2.5 years here and last 14 years in Akshayakalpa. Yeah.
Your learning is to keep learning.
Yeah, there's no end to it. Okay, and how to keep that soil organic carbon at that level is the key.